Well, g'day viewers and welcome to Craig and Mercy G's channel. I'm here on the step bringing you the latest news and updates from Bullyhun. Well, what an interesting few days it's been. Lots to report and update you with, such as the progress of the house build, new purchases, new licenses and a hit and run accident. So stick around and we'll get into this and more right now. Okay, let's start with the house build. Here you can see a short video I took on Tuesday the 13th of September, and you can see the worker doing the skin coat on the rendering. Upstairs is finished as far as the skin coating goes. He's just finishing off downstairs. At the time of recording this video, he will be finished. The floors still need to be smoothed and cleaned upstairs and down. Partitions walls need to be installed upstairs, and 3 windows, 2 upstairs and 1 in the bathroom downstairs. Permanent stair treads need installing, but there are only temporary ones fitted at the moment. So that's where we're at with the house at this point in time. A little bit more saving and we'll be able to finish this project. The big news is I can now drive legally in the Philippines. I went and completed my driver training, my medical, and sat the exam last Tuesday. I now have a non-professional driver's license to operate a motorcycle and 4 wheels, as they say here. That is basically a 4-wheeled vehicle under 5,000 kilograms. I have been driving / riding the e-scooter since January, as I didn't have a Philippine license because a license and registration were not necessary to use it. There are certain restrictions, of course, such as not operating it on national highways. You must wear an approved helmet and footwear. That's just common sense. Mercy's middle child Ethan also went yesterday to Sydney for his driver's license exam and also passed, and his license for 2 wheels and 4, non-professional. So congratulations to him. There are now 2 of us who can legally drive in the household. I must take this opportunity to apologise to Mummy Nat, where I waited while Ethan was at the LTO, for not eating the fried chicken that you prepared. I thought it was for you and Dave. I didn't realise that you'd made it especially for Ethan and I, so my apologies. Next time I will know better. But hang on, getting back to the e-bike, I hear you all saying the e-bike doesn't require the operator to have a licence. What's the matter with Moondog? He's getting a bit stressed there. So why get one? Well, that will probably change in the future, no doubt about it. The LTO, the Land Transportation Office, will want that change, and also change that e-bikes / scooters be registered. It is written in our sales contract for the e-bike that NWAL will do the first registration when the LTO make it a regulation. So they will notify us and do all the necessary paperwork, etc. After that, it is up to us to pay for the registration each year. Now, aside from the necessity of maybe needing a license down the road, excuse the pun, for the e-bike, I have purchased a brand new motor scooter. Mick Raven, a 150cc commuter scooter. We're still waiting on the ORC. So I'm not legally allowed to ride this on the road as yet. It's strange how they do things here. In Australia, if you buy a new vehicle, it is registered immediately and fitted with plates and able to be driven on the roads. Here, while the vehicle is technically registered, I don't have the ORC, the original receipt and certificate of registration from LTO, in my possession. So I have no proof that it is registered and pulled over. Once I have those documents, however, it will have a plate number listed on it because it may be a few years before we receive the actual number plate. The procedure is to have a temporary plate made at my cost with the application number or receipt number, I'm not sure which, on it to display on the bike until such time as we receive the actual official plate. This is a strange system for me, being where I come from, but it is the system here and I just have to go with the flow. We have relatives here who have purchased a new motor scooter 3 years ago and they still have not been issued a permanent plate yet. There is a massive backlog, especially for motorcycles, on plate issuances. So anyway, the ORCR should be here in 8 to 12 weeks. Probably 8 weeks is realistic. We were told by the dealer. It's been 3 weeks now, so it won't be long. Okay, now on to the serious bit. Hit and run accident. Last Monday, Mercy and I were preparing to go for a ride on the e-bike, mainly to flatten the battery a little more so that I could charge it up fully for a big trip on Tuesday morning to the LTO. I put the e-bike outside the house as close to the curb as possible. I came back inside to put on my helmet and grab Mercy's helmet, and I heard a very loud crash and a thump coming from outside. I took the 3 steps it took to get out the door and saw Ruby the e-bike lying on her side up against this step outside the front of the vehicle and out the front, and the vehicle slowly moving away from it. I had not yet put on my glasses, as I've got to do that after my helmet, so I could not read the license plate number. But I did get a very good look at the vehicle. My mistake was yelling out, "Hey," because they turned, saw me, and as we later found out, thought, "Holy shit, he's big," and took off at light speed. The damage to the e-bike was minimal: 2 cracked fenders, broken footrest, and a broken mirror. Long story short, we went to the barangay to report it. They suggested canvassing the neighbourhood for CCTV footage of the vehicle, as there are only 2 ways out of where he was headed, and get back to them. We did that, but no CCTV footage was available, either because the systems weren't switched on or it didn't quite point that way. Go figure. Everything turned out okay in the end, as we actually found the vehicle ourselves, got the license plate number, and went back to the barangay office. Meanwhile, Mercy found out who the actual owner of the vehicle was, and he wasn't driving because he, along with most of his family, weren't home. Neither was he using said vehicle. Only a minor son was supposed to be at home at the time of the hit and run. We were being urged by friends and neighbours to make a formal police report of the incident, but having learned that the driver was another neighbour's friend, he was underage, a minor, unlicensed, and had fled the scene of an accident, we held off on that decision for the time being. Mercy spoke to the neighbours who knew this kid and suggested that they convey the message to him that because the damage was minimal and nobody was hurt, an apology and repatriation of the cost to fix the bike would be enough. If we had reported it to the police, the minor would have been hit with a significant fine as to the registered owner, and the minor would never be able to hold or apply for a driver's licence. So we thought, that's a bit harsh for such an accident. It's busy here this morning. Once Mercy had spoken to the lad involved later that day, he had apologised and promised to pay the repair costs. She learned that he was reversing to allow a tricycle to get past. And he didn't realise he was so close to the e-bike, but what really freaked him out and made him run was the giant 6'7" white man stepping out the door and yelling, "Hey!" Now, I guess that would freak anybody out. So all's well that ends well, as they say in the classics. There's no mechanical damage to the e-bike. We've ordered the parts, bought the new mirrors immediately, as I needed to take Egan to Las Vegas the next morning for his licence exam, and I didn't want to ride an unroady road vehicle into the national capital region. So that has been our week in the Philippines. Quite eventful, to say the least. And of course it's been hot, humid, rainy the whole time. So until next time, it's Uru from me. Bye from Mercy. Stay safe, stay healthy, be kind to others.